Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, fellow Nigerians. This very broadcast is simply dedicated to my Anyoma people, my Eka people, my Bini people, my Bibu people, the entire South region. It's a message I simply titled, IKWERE man as the new leader of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. It's just a game of emotional manipulation. I want you to understand that one of the easiest way to survive as a people, as an individual, is to keep track record of every event. You never make one mistake twice. We are not strangers in Nigeria anymore. We have witnessed Nigerian from the spiritual angle to the physical angle. We have been in the Nigerian political arena as well as the religious body. We are well indoctrinated, well informed, and honestly, the only area you are going to advise us or tell us about Nigeria that we don't know is how you steal money, how you manipulate the justice system to the detriment of the people and those who think they are very smart, feeding on the misery of the overall populace. I have not much idea how they feel when they do these things. I cannot understand why one man will have all the money in Nigeria, and yet there are a lot of poor people scattered out there. Honestly, I understand the role greed play, but I can't understand how they manage to be comfortable to watch the poor masses become poorer, and they are comfortable in their mansion. I really am ignorant in that area. And why am I bringing it up? It is no longer news. Those people who are burdened down with inferiority complex, the Igbo people who are begging for unity all over the place, have further upgraded their game of emotional manipulation. A long-time plan, which most of you are ignorant of, because our fathers did not speak up. They swept it under the carpet, and viciously, wickedly, aggressively, they are changing history, trying to play the same old-time game. I call it emotional manipulation. And so, I woke up this morning, and so many people were sending me messages and say, yes, IKWERE man is Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo leader now. What else are you going to say? And I smiled. I smiled because it is time for IKWERE people to have their own share of what it means to have relationship with Igbo people. And I understand, I am a Eka man, Abo man, Anyoma man. We have been in the forefront of defending the Igbo till my very self, protecting their interest, even to the detriment of our own people. And nobody should tell us otherwise. So, Mbata now is now the leader of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. Yes, Igbo is united. Igbo, they are celebrating. I do not blame them, a people without history. A people who are fraudulently, you see, somebody told me, he said, the problem with these Igbo people is that they are just like somebody who never thought he could own a house. If that person owns a house, is in trouble. Every other landlord around that place, they are in trouble. You see those people who never dreamt of buying a car in their life, just try and dent their car. You begin to hear grammars like, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? If you see people always looking for a way to sell personality, no, they are low life. They are nobody. And so each time you see Igbo man working very hard, yes, they are Igbo, everybody is Igbo, everybody is Igbo. Let me give you the history. And I calmed down and I said, does it mean IKWERE people, okay, they have not learned, IKWERE has not learned, but they will learn. I'm not here to tell you that the Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo, the new one, is going to learn. And that is one of the reasons why I want to keep this track record, because we will call result very soon. There is, anyway, an unconfirmed news on the social media that the new Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo has sued Tinubu and DSS to the court. I'm sure that is not true. But it's coming from one Igbo platform for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. And I said, these people have started this. Could it be the reason they are using IKWERE man to push for Nnamdi Kanu release, which is the untimely Igbo agenda that will actually destroy Nigeria? Because we already know the truth. And then I went back to the platform of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. Boom! They re-edited their history. They re-edited their biography They re-edited everything about them 4 days ago. And if you're listening to this broadcast now, go back and check the biography of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. You will see it has been re-edited. But one will begin to wonder, why are they doing this? And now the answer is simple. The Igbos have betrayed everybody that has come their way, but none. And now nobody takes them serious again. Look at those Nigerians in diaspora. When 10 Nigerians are arrested for drug pushing, 8, if I'm not mistaken, are Igbo from the southeast. And honestly, if it is human trafficking, 80% out of every 100%, it must be Igbo. If you have looked at those who have troubled Nigeria, the equation remains the same. And so it has become difficult for any ethnic group in Nigeria to trust the Igbo man, because they will betray you. There is no two ways about it. There is nothing you will do to make the nose of the dog to be white. And so, let me explain to you so that you understand, and IKWERE people should get ready. When Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo was formed by Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, somewhere around 1945, it was actually meant to foster Igbo unity. He did his job well, and which is what I am begging every ethnic group in South region to pay attention with. And then around 1975 or 76, the formation of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo was completed. And then they choose a man from Anioma to be the leader of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. Go and look at Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo profile. They have removed the name of that man. And so when I tell you the first leader of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo was from Anioma, and you Google it, you will say I'm lying. They now replace it with Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. But then let me go back and tell you why we must continue doing what we are doing. If you are in Nigeria and you fall trap for these Igbo people who say divide Nigeria, who are fighting to be Nigerian president, who are selling fake drug, baby factory, destroying every ethnic group, and yet they play blame card, and yet they are crying, my brother, may the Lord be with you. The Igbo having betrayed almost every tribe in Nigeria, the frustration on indigenous people of Nigeria, I don't know how to explain it. The southern Cameroon today, the Ambazonians, were part of Nigeria reporting to Enugu district. Too much frustration made them to leave Nigeria. We know the cock and bull story we have been hearing. Some Nigerians left Nigeria because of Igbo man. And when some Nigerians saw what was going on and said, no, we want our own country, Igbo man stopped them. All these are not news anymore. And having done this, instead of them to repent, they are advancing their game of emotional manipulation. Let me tell you how it works. It got to a stage, the Igbo man had his full share of one Nigeria. Ripped off every other ethnic group. They were practically in charge of every sector as far as the government of the day was concerned. They were not satisfied. And what did they do? They engineer a non-Igbo, which is not part of this, their caucus. They call him Chukwuma Kaduna Nzogo. He was the image of the Igbo coup. They so planned it that the Igbo can deny, and they are doing that. They were not the one that struck the Igbo coup. But the 3 questions they could not answer till this moment made them guilty as charged. What do I mean? Chukwuma Nzogo is from Anioma, so it's not Igbo. But they say we are Igbo, the same people. Chukwuma Nzogo was the one that carried the Igbo coup. No Anioma person benefited from it. In fact, Chukwuma Nzogo have to kill himself because he saw he was used and set up. But the Igbo trying to deny that they know nothing about the Igbo coup, that they were blackmailed, could not come out and tell us how come no Igbo elite or politicians were killed as they killed Yoruba and Hausa. The Igbo till today cannot explain to us how come it is the Igbo that benefited from the coup. The Igbo cannot explain to us till today how come instead of resolving the crisis, the teething issue at the moment, which is the killing of a cross-section of Nigeria, Aguiyi started reconjuring Nigeria to what we have today. And so, first of all, they used Chukwuma, Kaduna Nzogo, and Anioma man, and they dumped him. But they never tell you how Chukwuma, Kaduna Nzogo died. They will tell you that he was killed during the war. My fellow Anioma people and IKWERE people, South region, you must learn. But whether it's going to be in a hard way, it's your choice. And Chukwuma Nzogo went to Enugu, the last report of his sister, who had no need to lie, to tell his Igbo brothers, supposedly, that this pressure is what I don't know how to escape. What do we do? Igbo people told him that he's on his own in Enugu. And on his way back, he lighted down from his car and shot himself. That was the last report the sister gave. History and those who manipulate, distort history on the search engine could tell you he was killed in the war. It's a lie. Have you not seen the mystery behind the death of Isaac Adakaburu? Nobody can be able to tell you how he died today. Or are we going to open the page of a man known as Obiwale, who fought for the same social Apes cultural group for the IKWERE people, the Ogbako IKWERE, how he was murdered? But let's leave there now and move on. And Chukwuma Nzogo died. War broke out. The Igbo could not go to the war front. They mobilized the Anyoma people. Achuze, people like Achuze, Colonel Achuze them, took it upon themselves. Igbo are our brothers. Igbo are our people. We can't let Nigeria invade them. We are going to fight and defend Igbo. But of course, we know who we are. And those Anyoma people fought viciously, defending the Igbo people. And that is what led to our Asaba massacre. Have you seen Igbo people talk about Achuze, honor Achuze? Have you seen them talk about Chukwuma Nzogo, honor Chukwuma Nzogo? I'm coming. And then after the war, they decide to bring about reformation on this Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. They knew politically they are irrelevant already. Till tomorrow morning, they can be deceiving themselves. Let them form alliance with Yoruba and Hausa again. But it's unfortunate. Hausa cannot trust Igbo, and Yoruba cannot trust Hausa and Igbo. That gap, you are only going to make it work. Either you tell yourself the truth, or you still play the political, emotional money manipulation. You will only get the money. But the bridge, the pillar of trust, have been destroyed by Igbo man. I'm coming. And so after the war, the Igbo knew that going to Nigeria, it's a disgrace, it's a shame. Nobody will listen to them. Boom, they realize Anyoma is there. And so they pick up the first leader of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. They have deleted his name. The man served for 4 years and discovered he was being used. They will push him, go, do like this, go, do like this, go. So audially, vocally, he was a leader of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. I say go to the search engine now. Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo have re-edited their history to suit the current lie to deceive IKWERE people. But IKWERE are ethnic groups. IKWERE should know how to defend themselves and pay attention before they will use them. Just check all the names I'm mentioning. All of them are from Anyoma. This is what we get for saying we are Igbo. And so they pick up the man. During the era I was having issue with Nnamdi Kanu, I actually called for a familiarity visit to some of our monarchs. And so many monarchs were present that day. And I told them my ordeal, what I went through. And I remember specifically, one of them turned around and said, do you know that man? I said, no. He said he was the first leader of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. What they did to him is exactly what you explained to us. But we asked him not to talk. We asked him to keep quiet. And we moved on. Ifeanyi Okowa have issue with these people because he refused to give Delta State money to Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. So all those times they were putting Ifeanyi Okowa with gold teeth, making caricature of him. He'd never want to get involved. And so today, when you are talking of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo, now please, Agbo man, Anyoma man, IKWERE man, when Igbo people hold meeting as Igbo people in diaspora, do they invite you? They don't. But yet, you are Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. This is because they want to use you. And so they pick up this man, they use him, secure this platform that would have actually saved everybody. But they formed a league. That league is for them in the southeast. They just incorporated Ebonyi State. And Ebonyi State is not even fully incorporated. They are using them for experiment. But let's leave that so that you will remain intact. And so, after that man was betrayed, they started Biafra. Biafra. I joined them. Because we thought all of us are Igbo. But at every given instance, I say that I am not Igbo. I have told you time without number in Enugu, in the presence of one of the leader of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. I am talking about Barrister Nnaya Nwodo. I'm talking about Nnaya Nwodo, We were in a meeting in Enugu, organized. The host of that meeting was the woman leader worldwide of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. Her house is in Enugu. I don't know why I forgot her name, but her husband is elite military personnel. And I've said it time with that number, that when I introduced myself, and the woman asked them, Biko kwano, Ndi Igbo, I was a Ndi Igbo. It was Nnayamodu that diffused that discussion. And that makes me to begin to ask questions I have never asked before. And I found the answer. But we leave it at that. They were using me to and fro, using me. But using me, it's not an issue. Because I voluntarily did what I did. I voluntarily got involved. Because, unquote, we were trying to create a better future for our people. But then I discover my interest was never protected. My interest was never protected. The only thing is that I became their extended hand that can get to where they cannot get to. With me, they got the attention of the Benin. With me, they got the attention of the Jaw. With me, they got the attention of the Akwa Ibom. With me, they got the soft landing in South region. And when they feel they have entered us, they play the real card. What is the card? Judge Onibe is a thief. Judge Onibe is sleeping with people's wives. Judge Onibe is a drunkard. Judge Onibe is this. I do not know where this was coming from. James Hadliches, he said the vulture is a patient bird. Yes, we have read. He said the vulture is a patient bird. James Hadliches, I'm a patient bird if I were to be a vulture. I patiently observe how they operate. I notice they wanted to use me and destroy me. When I left that meeting in Enugu, that was where I was tracked down to Port Harcourt. And the next day, I was picked up. And all those 90 days, 3 months, I spent in complete isolation in the DSS custody in Port Harcourt before I was shipped to Port Harcourt Maximum Prison. The only thing I observed from the DSS was that I called one of them when they come to check on me. And I said, why are you people keeping me here? Why don't you take me to court? And what exactly have I done? And the man said, there is allegation against you. And let us pray it is not true. Because if it is true, I'm sorry. And what is the allegation? The allegation was simple, by Igbo people, that I am the one responsible for procurement for Niger Delta vengeance. My fellow South people that fought for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. That was why I was arrested. The DSS was with my phone. They came to my house and searched. The DSS came to my church and searched. They searched everywhere. There was nothing. They were with my phone for a very long time, listening to my conversation, my text message. They were nothing like the accusation. And when they discover my hands are clean, maybe a misguided fella, which I was, they took me to the court. And from there, what happened. And the DSS didn't turn up again. That was how my case was struck out. But remember, at this time, my school, Juniper Academy, had been squashed down. My church, Sanctuary of God Church, had been locked down. My factory, Royal Pavers, had been shut down. My car, as I speak to you, is still with the Nigerian DSS. And my satellite phone, they never gave it back to me till today. In fact, the people that arrested me, DSS should hear me, did not record that they took my car and my satellite phone. A satellite phone that I subscribed for 1 year subscription for call credit. It was when I was being released, the person who was in charge of keeping me in the prison there told me, are these your properties? I say, yes. Well, what about my car? What about my satellite phone? They only gave me my Infinite Note 4 then. And he told me that the government will seize the satellite phone. They didn't give it back to me. And the man surprisingly asked me, do you mean they took your car? I say, yes, they arrested me in my car. They brought my car down here. And the man said, hold on, because it's not in my list. And then we went to their garage there and said, please show me your car. And I pointed my car to him. And he said they didn't enter it, but he's going to update that record. And that was when they took me to Port Harcourt Maximum Prison. And I never saw the car again. And when I was eventually released, the case struck out. I told Nnamdi Kanu, I'm going to the DSS to get my car. Nnamdi Kanu said, no, leave it. We will buy you another car. Do this one, do this one. That is because they thought they have gotten Biafra. They thought I am not fit for purpose. All they wanted to do is to destroy me. And from that time, now they can begin to make different law to destroy me, different law to make me relevant, different attack coming from somewhere. I'm talking to IKWERE people, and I'm talking to my fellow Anyoma people, most especially Igbo people. You think Igbo person want to do anything with you without taking the best of you? Then think again. You think it's hatred that drives us? No. It is to make sure they will never be able to set the next generation of our people. And when all these things begin to happen, like I said, patiently I observed them. Somebody called me one day and said, please, you made me an admin on that platform. One Igbo man just called me to remove you and take over the platform. Please, do this quickly. Remove me, because I cannot say no. It's an Igbo man, but it's not into this, their hopelessness. We shall know who these Igbo people are. And I removed him. That is why most of my page, they couldn't control it till tomorrow morning. And then I begin to wonder, how could they be doing this? And then all of a sudden, somebody called me from Ivory Coast. He said, Mazi Onyibe, as they call me, what issue do you have with Nnamdi Kanu? I said, we don't have issue. He said, because in the coming days, we are going to descend on you. And that Nnamdi Kanu have told them to rubbish me till I cannot be able to open my front door and come out again. And I said, I don't have problem with him. At the same time, my chat with Nnamdi Kanu is still on my phone. I told Uche Okafor-Mefo, look at what they told me. But Uche Okafor-Mefo is fully aware that Nnamdi Kanu was out there to destroy me completely. Only the mercy of God say no. Then we start watching him. So no matter what they do, Uche Okafor-Mefo cannot trust 90% of Igbo people, even shouting Biafra with him. You know what they did to Asare? We know all those emotional gains. But I'm coming, we are talking of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo and how they function. And I called on Nnamdi Kanu, and we had a chat, and he said, George, I am very proud of you. I showed it to him. I said, see, look at what your brother said. Uche laughed that day, nearly died. Because he see Nnamdi Kanu is a clown, he's a fool. He's trying to destroy me in the inside, and he's coming to pamper me. That is that one my people will say. Some friends, when you wear their cloth and you go outside, they will naked you. But by the time you are inside the house, that is when they will dress you fine. I can only begin to wonder, why will Nnamdi Kanu want to destroy me? Now they have destroyed my source of livelihood. I could barely feed. I have to start all over again. As I'm talking to you today, my account was flagged off. I don't have account. They took my life from me. The only option I have as at that time was to simply go to my room, hang myself. Remember, I am a landlord in Port Harcourt at that time. They put bomb in my house to kill me, which I survived. I carried another Igbo man to stay in that house almost 3 years without paying me rent. It's Igbo man, all of us were doing Biafra. I've not seen the death of some of their wickedness. Igbo man stayed in my 1-bedroom flat I built in Rumukurushi for more than 4 years. What is 3 years? If not going to 5 years. They didn't pay me a dime because all one name on Igbo. But I was homeless. I could not go to my house. I do not have business to do. I practically, the only option I have is that I would have woke up one day and hang myself. And I discovered this is what they want for me. And of course, I made myself by the grace of God. And I'm not too old to start all over again. And I'm willing to start all over again. And then I start all over again. And this is here that I am. Now they cannot push. They were blackmailing me. There are a lot of platforms bearing George Onyibe, but they are not me. One is controlled by Benjamin Madubugu. One is controlled by China Sanworu. One is controlled by Benjamin Madubugu cousin. All of them are Igbo people. Do you know what they do there? George Onyibe insulting Nigeria. That is the more reason why I am coming out on live video. Because those ones, they can't come out on live video as I'm coming out now. But they write things and tag me. And most of you will think it's George Onyibe. But I'm waiting for all of them because I know the handlers. I know who all of them are and how they function. But the point is, go back to the YouTube. Go back to my Facebook page known as Justice Marere. Go and check everything I have done in the honor of Igbo people. And ask yourself, what sin could I have possibly committed against these people that they are so desperate to destroy me? And I'm sure they have started insulting me there already. But it's unfortunate they don't know that I am their destiny and I'm their doom. I give them back what they give to me. And now they will not sell the next generation of our people. Nnamdi Kanu did what he did, and it dawned on him he can't get to me. He started using Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor to talk to me. Where is Barrister Almighty Ifeanyi Ejiofor? I pity all of them. And when Ifeanyi Ejiofor saw that I was more intelligent than he thought, he avoided me. But I'm leaving the best dance for them. My best last dancing step, I will reveal it at last, if they don't respect themselves. And then his brother Uchuka from Efo say, okay, let's leave since that one is compromised. Of course, it has been compromised by P2B and Atiku. That is what Nnamdi Kanu told us. This is Igbo people, oh. They have used me to do Biafra, oh. They have used me to penetrate South, oh. And now I am a drunkard in the uncompleted building. But when I built my first house, Nnamdi Kanu has not started Biafra, and he was living in his father's house. My first son, when I start becoming responsible as a married man, it's more than 30 years before Nnamdi Kanu was able to pregnant people he didn't marry. So, in terms of life, outside lying and being sponsored by criminal individuals just to control Nigeria, me and Nnamdi Kanu no be category. He couldn't finish secondary school. So when I started having children, Nnamdi Kanu was not there. As you think I am your mate, you don't have sense. By the grace of God, I have children that are graduates already. And in about 2 years, I will have like 4 sons that are graduates, and there is nothing you can do about it. So me and Una no be mates. But for Igbo's sake, now I live in a completed building. I beg, mock me. But I tell you, my latter end will be better than the beginning. But it has not been easy. And this is because Igbo people want to destroy me. You would not have known this. And how many people did I mention for you? I mentioned Chukwumanzogo. I mentioned Achuse. And then I mentioned the first leader of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. And then I mentioned myself. 4 of us have something in common. And that common thing is that we fought to defend the Igbo. And the Igbo vowed they must destroy it. And now let us see how it goes. And for their information, they could not kill Chukwumanzogo. Just that Chukwumanzogo couldn't survive the emotional trauma they gave to him. The people you trusted, they killed you. If you know what I suffered. If you know what I suffered. Hey, how can I thank God? There is no one that is more heartbroken that one day my Abo sister in London wrote to me and said, George Onibe, I thought you were a moral man. I didn't know you were into drug. I regret knowing you. I say, sister, why would you judge me based on what they are saying on the social media? Why are you not patient enough to hear my own side of the story? He said, see, don't just chat me again. And she moved on. You never see how heartbroken I was. But then, these are works of emotion. We are not ruled by our feelings. I'm not talking about them descending. Let me tell you how horrible it can be. I will enter my house like this. My children will be looking at me. They are looking at me not because they know I am what Igbo people say I am. They are looking at me that these people you carry in your head almost abandon us because of Biafra could talk these things about you. And you think those who know me will trust you, Igbo? And so I survived them by the grace of God. Now, IKWERE people must understand that the purpose of these brokers is obedient movement cannot work. Biafra agitation did not work. Attacking Obi Obini did not give them access. And now, they have upgraded their crime, their scheme of emotional manipulation. And the amazing thing there is, some of our people who are supposed to be intelligent are very daft. If they say that man is Senator Mbata, he playing foolishness. So Igbo people will make him relevant when he's fully aware that Igbo people are the people who deliberately remove good luck because he didn't dance to their tune. And now they are trying to use Senator Ned Nwoku from my own axis of supposed sub-Igbo group, which is an insult in the first place. And then from the other side, they are trying to use another Senator Mbata from another supposed sub-Igbo group, which is also an insult. And now they will pull back. That is what they are going to do. And the moment they pull back, and these people begin to bombard Nigeria, Nigeria have a soft landing for us. I said they will say, it's Southside people. Nigeria will begin to talk. Nigeria will begin to talk because they are not seeing Igbo there. Because when Nigeria see Igbo, they see threat, they see baby factory, they see drug pushing, they see 419, they see betrayal, they see divide Nigeria. It's simple. They see reconfiguration of Nigeria. It's simple. So now, IKWERE man is going to be their extended hand glove. Now, the post that I am responding to now, that this new leader of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo has sued DSS, has sued President Ahmed Bola Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. It may not be true because it's not yet verified. But this is how they function. They are testing the water. They are testing the water. Very soon, you will hear that IKWERE man begin to tell you, yes, you can't hold Nnamdi Kanu. With the Igbos, they are using him. But you see, at the end, it will be disgrace. We were there. Go and check Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo update on the search engine. They re-edited it 4 days ago. They have removed a normal person ever being there and replacing with Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Go and check history. And so, IKWERE people, who are still IKWERE people, don't let them deceive you. Because whatever this supposed Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo leader will do in the end, they will blame it on IKWERE. You see, they never told you that during the eras of the Eastern region, Igbo people were allocating the land in IKWERE land to themselves. Every land, grabbing land everywhere. Change your name from Rumu to Omo. Today, don't you see how they say you betray them? So, with IKWERE man becoming Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo, does it mean you people will not betray them again? IKWERE people, they are talking of abandoned property, that they are coming for it. And you see, the only defense you have as IKWERE ethnic nationality is in the one Nigeria. If you people lose guard for these Igbo people, they will use that supposed leader of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo to attack Nigeria. And tomorrow when you wake up and you talk, they will say, it's Nigeria using you. They will blackmail you. Once bitten, twice shy. But of course, IKWERE is my region. And of course, we are carrying the same cross and Anyoma people as IKWERE people. And of course, who is in the best position to explain this thing? Most especially when IKWERE people that know this truth are hiding. Go and ask David Njoku if you don't know what I'm talking about. This IKWERE man, we were all here. Hiram. Should I begin to call name for you? No, no need. So IKWERE people, pay attention. There is what they are looking for. And now, Anyoma people know the truth. They won't come there. They feel there are still some Igbo children born in IKWERE land, and they are going to use it to penetrate you people. But don't have it at the back of your mind that this journey will end like every other journey. Any other tribe have tried to work in collaboration with Igbo people. Igbo people. Now it's a news. People with inferiority complex. IKWERE extraction of Igbo. Anyoma extraction of Igbo. We are winning. We are winning. My brother, Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. How many yamane? But of course, we have a work to do. I'll leave the broadcasters here. IKWERE people, pay attention to their emotional manipulation. Maybe you'll be able to save the next generation. And so the new IKWERE man who is the leader of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo, we are watching you. We are watching you. We the people of South are watching you. Don't fight Nigeria. Just behave like one good Nigeria with your office. At this IKWERE can now let them take you to different hotel, feed you. But remember, you are a chicken before them. They feed the chicken in the poultry farm, only for them to slaughter the chicken one day. When you are drinking wine, they are honoring you. When they are giving you name, when they are hypering you, know that they are gaslighting you. The day they will come for you, what you do now will judge you. You see, when they are done with me, they set me up with Nigeria. But just like the Bible says, for the prince of the earth has been loosed against me, just that they found nothing against me. Moreover, they may use you to do what Igbo cannot do, but you will not be spared by the scourge of the mouth. In the book of Job, it said, deliver me, O Lord, from the scourge of the mouth. Otalokanshi. Don't let them use you. Enjoy it while it lasts. And while you are discharging your duty as IKWERE man of Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo. I laugh in Chinese. Please, always ask yourself, what do they want to achieve by what they are asking you to do? Because very soon they will rascalize you. Look at Professor Soludo, a very gentleman, distinguished I should say. When he was singing, oh, we are saying, give us an Anikano, oh, we are saying. My brother, I'm not sure you will survive this gaslighting comment. I'll go to the comment section to receive the insult, which I call anointing, so I can bring the broadcast to an end. Adiamama. So who do we have there? Let's see. Let me acknowledge my audience. I see Chike. You say, shut up with your borrowed suit. You look like this suit is fine. Who borrow me kwano Igbo man? Igbo man, Chika. I say, shut up with your borrowed suit. This one pay now. I see Osazi. Good morning, my brother. How are you people doing? How are you people doing? I see Edward. Edward, I greet you from here. Good morning. That Igbo man says, shut up. That shut up enter my body where they sweet me. Africans, as they say, stop insulting him. Listen to him and learn. No. Osazi, leave them. The insult is what motivates me. I see Zubi. You see, there is an overtime rational agenda in Ohanaeze presidency. All the states have enjoyed it and remain Igbo speaking rivers until the river governor anointed senator. Now look at this Zubi now, Igbo man. He's not telling you that Nigeria are marginalizing IKWERE. That is what Zubi Chanke is telling you. Look at the line of thought. So the reason Igbo people now are giving IKWERE man Ohanaeze Ndi Igbo chairman is for Igbo people to help IKWERE people fight for their own rights of being president of Nigeria. Will they ever change? Will they ever learn? So Igbo now want to help IKWERE to fight, to become president. My dear, stop deceiving yourself. Destroy the idea. Destroy the conspiracy. Destroy that concept called Wazobia. That is where our problem started from. And that is where our problem will end. Now Igbo are the one marginalized. IKWERE did not do that. And so Igbo people are coming to save IKWERE people. They are the savior. We are waiting for result. Don't worry. I see blessing. What did he say? He said, you are fighting a good fight. More grace. Blessing, I'm flattered. Thank you because you understand. But if we do not see it, they will say, why did you not see it? But when we see it, they say we are bad people. You hate them. You hate them. Did you not see that animal now? It's telling you now that Igbo people want to help IKWERE to fight to become president. In the idea of one Nigeria, is it possible? Is it possible? I just advise the IKWERE people. I just advise the new scapegoat of Ndi Igbo. We are watching. Drop your insult. Let's see how it goes. But the absence of any other insult, share this to IKWERE people. Share this to Southside people. We cannot allow them to sell the next generation of our people under our watch. That is just the simple truth. I see Ota Kelechi say, you are a useless idiot. A fool who has no brain. You are on drug. I think so. A fool that does not have brain, because I catch you in your criminality. When I was shouting, Agbo is Biafra, Agbo is Biafra. that time I get brain. I no go curse you, go reach your body. I no go curse you. Agbo is Biafra, Agbo is Biafra. You must give us Biafra. The stage managers. Or your stage manager IKWERE now will be the spectator. Stage manager IKWERE. Have you not heard the number of people I mentioned for you? All of them bled for Igbo. All of them lived for Igbo miserably. Almost all of them died because of Igbo. And now I'm the only one remaining. And you see, unfortunately, I am your destiny and I'm your doom. It is from your mouth and your action God will declare judgment on all of you. That is why I constantly tell you, I am your destiny and I'm your doom. Just plan of killing me, you'll be killed the next day. Just plan of poisoning me, you'll be poisoned the next day. Just try of doing me anything, it will happen to you instantly. This is the assurance God gave to me. You may not understand anyway. Inferiority complex won't destroy people. The whole Africa, only one place. You hear people say, oh, all of you are my people. You must be Igbo. Everybody is Igbo. See you in my next broadcast. I'll be coming back to continue on the orders of the series we were discussing. I just needed to attend to this issue briefly. See you